Really? Hello, welcome to Hobbies and Hyperfocus number 20. Today is Monday, July 1st, and it is Canada Day here in Canada, such that is. My mother has taken my kids out to go swimming, so I have hopefully a few free hours to get this done. This is take number 8, maybe 9. It's just been a day. Again, this is a channel primarily about my hobbies, which are cross-stitch embroidery, blackwork, sewing, planners, all those things. They change. I have ADHD and I tend to grab a new hobby, grab a new hyperfocus, run with it, drop it. My primary hobby has always been cross-stitch, and so that's mostly what you'll see here. So if you're new, welcome. If you're a returning visitor, thank you for coming back. Just to get it out of the way, I don't know if I said where I'm from. Hi. The things that you'll probably find here, and let's get it this way. Free Palestine, Trans Lives Matter, Healthcare for All, Land Back, All Children Matter. I live on Treaty 6 territory, which is the colonized areas of the homelands of the Métis, Dene, Saulteaux, and Cree people, and in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And before I get all in my head again, let's just move on with it today. It's my 1 year doing Flosstube and episode 20, and so I'm just going to do a mid-year WIP parade and try to get through it because today has been a day. So, before further ado, we have our cats, we have our coffee, we have our cross stitch. Let's do this. And as usual, today I have drawn a card, which is the Two of Pentacles, which is about balancing the material demands of your life. Financial and home, basically anything material, so the real life. As with everybody else in the world today, I'm struggling with this. The house is having kind of a few issues. Things are just breaking down because I live in an older house. And trying to figure out how to do it and manage it and make ends meet, always a struggle. So today's card, the Two of Pentacles. The first thing I want to show is the my 50-year journal thing. This is an embroidery journal rather than a cross stitch. They're all little embroideries, and the idea was to put in one icon a day. And it's been more than 40 days since my birthday, so I should have had a lot more by now. I just am struggling to find little icons and things. So the ones that I just added are these 3 teeth that I had pulled out 2 weeks ago, and then my 200 subs. I finally hit 200 subs. Then I have my little Canada flag, and then I have a rainbow for Pride, and because we saw a whole bunch of rainbows lately. And yeah, so that's where I am with that. It's supposed to be an ongoing project for the whole year, so I'm gonna have to buckle down and get a little bit more of these done. For now, I'm just going to put it on my poster board behind me. There we go. And we'll get to the other things that we got. Okay, I'm going to grab my board here. And starting with my oldest WIP. It should be done, but it's not, because I just haven't put on the beads. I really only need the beads. I have the beads. The black 40 count is just a little bit too much for my eyes lately. So this was my 2023 Galaxy Temperature SAL. So I did in the middle, I did the province of Saskatchewan, and that's kind of where Saskatoon is in the province. And 2023. And there's a bunch of, like, there's supposed to be like white or glow in the dark stars that I'm putting all over this. So I chose to do, oh sorry, and this is by Climbing Goats Designs UK. And no, I have not ironed anything. And you can see the white cat and dog hairs all over it. So this I chose to do on a 40 count carbon copy linen dyeing for cross stitch, and I really liked it, but black and 40 count were a lot too much for my eyes, so I still have half of this fat quarter, so I have a whole half a fat quarter left. I don't know if I'm just gonna give that away once I get all the dog and cat hairs off of it. So all of my animals are light colored, so it really shows. I really liked these, the idea of the temperature SAL. I was going to do one for this year, and then I just kind of put it off, and then it was like February. So I think I might do another one next year, but instead of using temperature, I might just use like my tarot card of the day to see like what the pattern of my tarot card of the day is. So that's the Galaxy Temperature SAL, the high-low version for 2023. And all I need to do is put the beads on. So I finished that in January, but I need to bead it. Okay, and then the next one was one that I had started. So here's what I had started, and I have UFO'd this. So this is where I was when I UFO'd it. It was 1/1 on 28 count. White, some kind of white even weave. I just got it at the store a long time ago. But because all of this needs to be outlined, I was like, okay, I can't figure out how to do it. I can't find a thread fine enough. So I UFO'd it, and I have restarted it. And here is where I restarted it this week. This is where I've gotten to in 5 days. So I usually do all of my my projects for 5 days. I might change that to like 10 hours because I track on my watch. I have a little timer stopwatch thing, so I can do like 10 hours and then go on to the next one. This is 5 days worth of stitching, and it's called Cêad Míle Failte. I got this out of a cross stitch magazine in the 1990s. It was from 95. I will try to find the details of who was the designer. I think it's Patricia Halloran. But I'm just doing it 2/2. This is just a antique white Wichelt that I got a bunch of from the local store. And yeah, there's just like light yellow, light orange, dark orange, green, red, and blue on this. And then it's all outlined in black. So this is my restart. This is one that I've wanted to do since I saw it in the magazine in the 1990s. And eventually it'll have the English translation on the bottom, which is 100,000 welcomes. And it's a welcome thing that you hang up in your front porch. So that's that one. I don't have a lot compared to a lot of people, so this is probably not going to be a huge WIP parade. I keep trying to get into doing more, but I don't have as many hoops and things as I'd like. I don't stitch in hand. So then this one is my next oldest, and this is another one on 40 count, and this is a variant of interest from Long Dog Samplers, and I've just chosen to do it on a 40 count. This is not, I think it's not Nocturne. Maybe it is. It's a Picture This Plus. I think this is Nocturne by Picture This Plus, and I'm not sure if I'm enjoying this. I think I have to put more work into it. The thing I did the last was this, and I think if I just did a few more hours on it, I might start to enjoy it again. Maybe move over to like over here, because I've been doing this one for a really long time, and I'm just not enjoying this particular motif. I want to move on, but in order to move on, I have to finish it, right? So this would be my second Long Dog, and it's going to be a companion piece to my Pandemic, which I've done all in bright blues. I really like to do Long Dog Samplers, but I'm not sure I picked the right fabric and stuff for this one, so I'm kind of iffy on that one. So much coffee. After that, I have started and did a lot of work lately, and I need to start getting better at taking pictures after I'm done my floss tubes. But this one is the Crystal Mermaid Aquabella. So I finally started moving up onto page 1, so I'm back like up onto her thing. But right here where the needle is, I'm off by half a stitch, and so like I'm trying to figure out if I can just fudge that. That's kind of just her hair on this side, so maybe I can just fudge it. But that after my 5 days, I was like, okay, I'm getting frustrated. I don't want to pick all of that out because it's a paper pattern, and I find paper patterns are irritating to me. I don't like to work off a paper pattern, especially one like this, where it's like multiple pages and you have to decide, like, I don't glue them together. I do make a working copy, but I don't like tape them together, so it's not super easy for me to follow. I have to like shuffle papers and mark it off. If anyone has any ideas how to get something like this into Markup RX, I would love that, because I've started getting into using Markup RX. So this right now is just the DMCs. I'm doing a DMC only. I will get the Kreiniks once we get to that point, but DMC on a 32 count opalescent dark treasure. The opalescent one, 32 count by Dying for Cross Stitch. And this is one that was requested by my younger daughter, who liked Mermaids. Might not like them by the time I'm done, because she's going through that. She's almost 12, and so she's like, she changes her mind on what she likes pretty much daily. I've put a little bit of work into her lately. I said, like, this is my first Bella Filipina, and I generally like to do fancy ladies, so it wasn't a stretch for me to do that. I'm just kind of stuck at a place where I don't want to pick it all out. So Okay, and then my other Bella Filipina is the Mermaids of the Seasons SAL that went on last year. And I'm done the stitching, and most of them I'm done the Kreinik. I'm just waiting on Kreinik for this one. I need a peridot. I need the peridot for this one down here, and I need more of this blue because I ran out. So this is, and then once I do that, then I'm gonna go through my beads and to see if I have the beads that I need. So I did this one. I showed this one last time and I haven't gotten any further, but there's a look at them all together. And this is a stitch along that was from 2023, and it was with Bella Filipina and Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers, and I'm doing it on the called for fabric, which is Singing in the Rain, 32 count by Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. My first time doing something on their fibers, or on their fabric, and I love it. So there, if you want to see closer, there's summer and spring. I ran out of the blue, so I'm waiting on that. Got autumn, we've got winter. So I'm looking forward to having that one completed, and I don't know, adding more to my collection. I don't know at this point. So this isn't going to be a very long one, I don't think, because I don't have as much as everybody else. And one that this was my current 5-day project, so I did 2 days on this one so far this week. And this is No Time Like the Present, which is the 2024 Modern Folk Embroidery Stitch Along, and I'm doing it in plum, sort of a plum purple and bright green, but then I'm changing the animals to 3371, so dark brown. And I just completed this stag yesterday, actually this morning before I started filming. And this is again on 40 count, and it is dying for cross stitch, and it is 40 count Verdal in December fabric of the month, which is sort of, you can't really tell, it's kind of washed out on the screen, but it's kind of a light green, mottled light green. And I'm really liking that. This is the first time I've done a large modern folk embroidery. I've done some of the smaller ones, like Move Forward in Love, but this is the first big one. First yearly stitch along. I'm trying not to rush because I'm finding that it causes my watch to tell me that I'm having anxiety. Pay attention. Oops, you can't really see, but it's just pay attention. Because I'm a very naturally anxious person, and so I'm very stressed out. After that, I started, not that one, I started this one, which is on another one on 40 count. This one I think is going to go the other way, and I think I showed this one last time as well, because this is 40 count Leo and Roxy Flosco, or Roxy Flosco, on it's speculous, and all the fibers, all all the threads I'm using are also Roxy and Leo, Roxy Flosstube, not Leo and Roxy. Roxy Flosstube that I got at Stitch North, and this will be Abalonia's Apple Trees, which is the one with the fox by the Artsy Housewife. And I'm enjoying that. It's fun because this is the first time I've done an Artsy Housewife and the first time I've used Leo and Roxy. I want to keep wanting to say Leo and Roxy because they used to be Leo and Roxy. Roxy Flosstube threads, because they had it as a kit at Stitch North, so I just got it as a kit at Stitch North, because I wanted, that was one of the ones from Market that I wanted to do. I'm trying not to be anxious. Everybody's moving around upstairs. Here's the first of my Nora Corbett's that are the Mirabilias that I'm working on right now. So this is where I have gotten for Cathedral Woods Goddess, and I've got the Karen watercolors and stuff that goes in here. I'm still missing 202 HL, which I need to get 2 of, but nobody seems to have it in stock right now, and it's a Kreinik. And you can see all the cat hairs. But this is also Roxy Flosstube, and it's called Stoneware. But I'm using the DMC for her. I started her in May for Mira May. And I've only done one 5-day session on her, so we'll see how that goes. So knock everything over, drop everything. Okay. The last, oh, there's 2 more. Yeah, 2 more. This is my other Mirabilia, and this is September's Sapphire Fairy, and I'm doing her on a 32 count even weave that I got at Stitch North. That was hand dyed by Rolanda. So I'm not sure how I have it upside down. Don't think I do. But and this 5 days on this, or actually 2 days on this one. I moved on to the next one. I needed to get my Carolyn Manning piece done. Like I said, I tended to be, before I returned to cross stitch, I was almost exclusively a fancy lady stitcher. I did only before I even quit, all I did was Mirabilias and lavender and lace patterns. And my cat is on my last pattern, and I'm dressed. Princess. This one is still on the Q snap because it is. So this one is where I've gotten to on for turquoise and teal, and this is my Carolyn Manning design. I'm in a round robin for this one. And so this is where it'll end for both. I think I might have gone too far down here, but this is my first time doing a Carolyn Manning, and this is just done on 32 count Lugana. So it wasn't special. I got it from 123 Stitch, all DMCs. Hopefully I'll be ready to pass this on when it's time to pass it on. I do have a few smalls somewhere. I just couldn't find them in my stuff when I was running through everything this morning. So yeah, that's where I am with my cross stitch stuff. my big news of the day was that when I got downstairs to my office, I looked up at the wall and there's a big paint bubble on my wall. So something has apparently, if you can see that, that's what it looks like. It's like right here. Some water or something is leaking in the side of my wall, and this is where my computer is, like right here, and it's right there. So I'm kind of concerned because I'm required to work from home starting tomorrow for most of the summer. And this is pretty much a brand new computer. I do not want it wrecked. It is mine. It is not my company's. But it concerns me that there's water leaking somewhere in this fucking condo. And I'm like over living in this condo because condo people don't help out. But things leak. Things don't work. I don't know how to fix it. And because I have to work from home, I have to make sure that the computer doesn't get basically screwed up by this water. So after I'm done this, I'm going to be losing my mind and switching everything around in here, moving the computers from here to the other desk. So maybe I'll have a different perspective next time. I'd actually like to get rid of a lot of things in here, but they're not all mine. So the other thing, the haul that I got is not cross stitch related, it's planner related, and fountain pen related, which is another one of my hobbies. So I went to our local stationery store and I got new ink. This is Octopus brand ink and it's called Unicorn. And so basically it's a shading ink. It shades from sky blue to baby pink. And this is the second one I have. The first one I have, and I dropped everything on the ground, is Dragon, which shades from teal to pink or red almost. So I'm starting to collect those inks. If you can look here, I have a lot of ink that I'm swatching. On top of that, I also picked up a few new things for my traveler's notebooks. So I have picked up the card holder. So for my regular traveler size notebook. This is the one I usually use, but this is a traveler size notebook. So you take these and you have different pouches and inserts. So like I have a swatch book insert in here upside down, washi tapes. So these go in here. So I picked up the card holder. So like you put like little cards, like I'll put stickers, resist, whatever on there. And I picked up the sticker release paper, which this is just like the waxy paper that's on the back of stickers. So it's like a book of that. Here, I'll show you. Sorry for the crinkling. So it's just a book of release paper. So it's this shiny paper. And then you take your stickers out of sticker books or things and you put them in here. And then you put more of your stickers and you can carry them with you. So the idea is you put it in your traveler's notebook. I don't have enough strings on mine, but you slip it in like this. See? Slip it in with the string and you put these inserts in like this. So I have two of them. The other one is the one I carry most of the time. This is my olive colored one, and then I have a black one which is the one I carry most of the time. So I'll put that in with the black one, this one in with the black one. Then I got some little stickers that are like different washi tape patterns. I have these with the month on them. You just use them to decorate your planners. So yeah, just little washi tapes. So that is all I have to show today. And yeah, I have a ginormous mess that you cannot see, but my entire house is a ginormous mess. And the kids are up for a few hours, so I'm going to try and clean some stuff while I still can. So, thank you for joining me. Hopefully this wasn't too short. I don't know what to say about these things most of the time. I see these people go on and on about how much they love this pattern, love that pattern, love every pattern. I don't know. I feel kind of weird when I start talking about it, so I just kind of stop. And so that's my WIP parade, and yeah.